Hello guys and girls, welcome back to another video. Today we're installing locking tuners on my Fender. Let's go! So, welcome back. I've been wanting to do this upgrade since I tried locking tuners on my PRS. If you want to check the installation video, I will link it up here or down in the description. But yeah, that was pretty straightforward. And I think it's a must for any PRS that isn't equipped with locking tuners, if it has a tremolo, by the way. But yeah, since I like them on my PRS, I wanted to put them into my Strat 2, which I already upgraded because a few years ago I put vintage looking tuners on it, replacing the stock tuners that basically are the same across Mexican ones, USA made ones, the classic Fender tuner. And yeah, I like the look of the vintage, but I don't particularly love the functioning, so I noticed that I have to stretch the strings a lot. I don't know if I put them too much into the hole or there's something. So when I restring the guitar, it takes a lot of time for some specific strings. If I do remember correctly, it's the G and the D for some reason. I need to stretch them a lot to make them stay in tune. Once they are in tune, they hold tune fine. But I don't particularly love this process, and I find that changing strings with locking tuners is way faster. It's like you remove the old strings, you don't have to cut anything because it's the string is straight, there's no windings on it, so you don't have to cut them and to replace them. So in a live situation, it's really helpful because you just remove the old ones, put the ones back in, you lock the tuners, you tune up, you're good to go. Of course, you need to do a little bit of stretching. That's always helpful with new strings. Yeah, I think it makes it pretty easy, and since they are not that expensive, and they also make these ones that are, first of all, you don't need to make any holes into your guitar, so they are straight fit, like the PRS ones. If you have the classic Fender tuner with the nut and the two posts that go into the back of the headstock, you're good to go. You just need to remove them and put a new on. So that's what we're gonna do. Here we are back. So I'm gonna use not the best tools for this one. If you have a wrench key, use it, but I'm gonna use this. They're not too tight because you don't have to over tighten them. But first, let's remove the old strings. So unwind the strings and you can remove them. This is what I like about this. It's pretty easy to put the strings on and to remove them, and they don't leave the end of the string sticking out and punching a hole into the gig bag, which is something that I hate, and I like that these ones kept it in, and you also cannot pinch your eye while you're doing that. But this issue with the tuning drives me nuts, and yeah, I want to try the locking tuners because it's pretty easy to do, and if I don't like them, I can always revert back to these ones. I already sold the old ones, but I didn't plan on using them because I didn't like the look of them. The American Special is kind of 70s inspired. Of course, it's not the perfect replica, but I like the look of it with the vintage tuners better. But let's see how it changes with the vintage looking locking tuners. Now, let's remove these. As I said, they are not really that tightened because they don't need to be. Be careful not to damage the guitar while doing this. I know this is not the proper tool, but this is what I have right now, so bear with me. Just barely. I am more concerned of damaging the guitar than I am of damaging the nut, but I don't want to mess it up anyway. And they simply come out like this, very easy to use. Now, they look like they have some kind of order, but I'm not sure. Let's go with the first one. So as you can see, it slides. The posts, you need to just line them with the holes in the back of the guitar, and they go straight in. Once they're locked, you take this out of the box. Then you take this out of the box, simply screw it on. And you should be good to go. Perfect. Now that they're tightened, remember, do not over tighten them, there's no need for that. Then we have to rotate this to release the lock and to allow the string to pass through the holes. Once we did that, let's get a new pair of cell string. Not sponsored, but I like them. I only use elixirs just because I love them and they last a lot. These green ones, I don't like the other ones, they tend to sound weird. These ones are the most natural in my opinion. So now, you can slide the string straight into the hole, and then you just tighten the back screw this way. Boom, string won't go anywhere, and then you can tune it up. I put them on in the wrong order. Let me show you. So there was an order, but I'm stupid and I didn't watch. And as you can see, this one is lower on the post than this one. So as you can see, now they are properly installed because the higher ones are on the wound strings and the lower ones are on the unwound strings. And this is to prevent, to help with tuning stability, because there is the right height and tension on the nut. And it should make the string tree less necessary. I won't remove them because of looks, but if you want to try, you can try to remove them. But yeah, this is the right order. Bear in mind, it's not written on the box, but it's written on the Fender website. And yeah, now let's restring again. So welcome back. It's been a couple of days and I've been stretching the strings and using the guitar, and I have to say I really enjoy these new locking tuners. Bear in mind, it doesn't transform the 6-screw bridge of the Strat into a Floyd Rose. It doesn't. It has still limitations. There's still friction at the nut. There's still friction in here, so it doesn't it doesn't come back to its place every single time. I think the 2-pivot one it's a better bridge for that. And yeah, don't expect it to become a dive bomb machine, but it's better. It's really better now, and it holds tune, especially if you use it lightly. While before it was a little bit more temperamental, let me say. So as you can see, it's better, but it's not a dive bomb machine. But I think it's a great improvement, just for the fact that it makes it much easier to first to change the strings, second to change the strings when you're playing live, because if one of the strings breaks when I'm playing live, it's much faster to change them, and yeah, that's for me the main reason, not just the tuning stability that they do add. This is much easier for me, much stable. It still looks good, and the fact that they are staggered, it should improve the stability, or it should make the string trees less important in the guitar. Of course, I'm not gonna remove them just because of the looks, but I may loosen them a bit so that they are less strong on pulling the strings down. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. Don't expect them to make the rest of the guitar better. It doesn't transform the nature of this bridge, which is, if you want to dive into the settings of this Strat bridge, there's a lot of online. It's a science of its own, just this bridge. But yeah, so let me know in the comments if you like this video, subscribe if you want to support me, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!